Hello, my name is Allie, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Caller X Malice and Enomoto's route. I am frustrated because I already recorded almost 12 minutes worth of this, and my computer's like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna restart on you. Bye, everything you recorded. And now I have to restart all this. So, let's just go.
By the way, Hoshino, which case do you plan to take?
Now that the discussion was over, Sasazuka paid me no attention, and Enomoto had begun yawning sleepily. I timidly spoke up. I think I want to work on the cases from April and May.
Wait. I'm already in charge of those cases, I'll have you know.
Yes?
So, you can just work on something else, can't you?
No, I can't. I firmly shut down his suggestion that I find something else to do. The criminal behind the collar was obsessed with justice. They also mentioned the truth of X-Day in the second letter. It's as if they feel there's a legitimate reason for committing the X-Day murders. It felt to me like they were saying that their idea of justice was correct, while what the police call justice is wrong. If there's some greater meaning behind the X-Day crimes, I should start by examining the motives and goals behind the first incident. So I want to investigate April and May, where all of this began. When I asserted myself, Enomoto avoided looking at my eyes. His expression seemed pained, which made me curious, but...
Enomoto, you understand that she made this choice for her own reasons, right? Why don't you two partner up?
Even if you ask me that, I still think I should go on this one alone. Maybe I'm a bother to him. Enomoto used to be field ops, so from his perspective, maybe I'd be a burden. He seemed so disappointed when I talked about my witness statements. But I couldn't back down here. I stood up from the sofa and walked over to Enomoto.
What? You got a problem with me?
Enomoto tensed up. I bowed before him. Please allow me to work with you.
Huh?
I'll do my best not to get in your way. I hate being useless.
Hey, why are you... Stop.
Please.
Fine, I got it. So stop bowing.
You let me work with you? I looked up, wondering if my passion had moved him.
Are you stupid? Is this worth getting so happy over?
If you can see, he's blushing, just barely underneath his eyeball. He quickly scurried away from me and turned away. He's such an innocent little puppy. I knew it. He still doesn't trust me. But I can't look weak. The bottom line is that he accepted me regardless.
Sasazuka, is it all right with you if Hoshino works on April and May?
Not really. That's none of my concern.
If we're done here, I'm going out for a while.
After saying that, Sasazuka quickly left the building.
I'm going upstairs for a smoke break.
Wait, are you leaving me alone with her? Give me a break. What? I was rather opposed to the notion as well.
Starting today, you two are partners. You should get to know each other better.
Nah, I don't need to. With that remark, Yanagi took a cigarette out of his coat and went outside. Here is a weird fact about me when it comes to cigarette smoke. I've never smoked a day in my life because, well, I don't plan on it, and I get bloody noses around the smell of cigarette smoke. So, yeah. I don't plan on smoking. We were alone in the room. Enomoto's ostentatious fan-waving mannerisms from earlier in the evening were long gone, and were now replaced by stammering.
What's up with this? It's not like we're in some arranged marriage, so why'd they just bolt and leave us alone together?
Enomoto moved away from me while grousing to himself. Yanagi must have done this out of concern to help us talk out our differences. I didn't want to let his concern go to waste, but it felt like there was a gap between us.
what do I do now?
If we're going to be partners, I'd like to know more about Enomoto. But he thinks I'm connected to the criminals, so I'm sure he'll be stubborn about it. It might be better to wait and see what his attitude towards me is. Oh, shoot. That was weird. Well, it's just ... anyway, so it doesn't matter. Enomoto kept glancing at me as if he wanted to say something, but couldn't. If you have something to say, just go ahead and say it. Frankly, the silence was killing me. I just wanted him to say anything, even small talk. Meanwhile, Enomoto decided it'd be a good time to go and hide behind the partition that was situated deeper in the room. Now what? Should I follow him?
So, I'm thirsty. So, I'm gonna make tea. Want some?
Yes, please. Oh, if we're having tea, I can...
It's fine. I prefer my tea to be pretty strong, by the way.
I see. How strong do you like it exactly?
Huh? Somewhat pretty strong?
That's not really an answer. I still felt uneasy, but I was relieved that we managed to say something at least.
Here you go. It's ready. Take your time.
All right. I picked up the cup while Enomoto was watching me. It's hot. It was steaming. I'd burn myself if I didn't cool it down. I'm not going to blow into the microphone. Just for your own sake.
Hey.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I thought it'd be better to cool it off a bit. I apologized. Maybe he thought that tea was best enjoyed piping hot.
It's not as if I was thinking you were kind of cute just then or anything.
See? Innocent little puppy.
Don't think that'll be enough to win me over. Too bad for you. Ack!
Enomoto, are you okay? Enomoto nodded, tears filling his eyes. He gulped down the scalding hot tea.
I'm fine. When you're this tough, it's nothing.
You don't look fine. Why don't we add some ice? I know you went through the trouble to make it fresh, but this tea is a little hot for me. I'd like to cool it down.
Sin fridge.
Oh, okay. Pardon me then. I hurriedly went over to the refrigerator, took out an ice tray, and then brought it over to Enomoto. Enomoto was facing away from me, so I tapped him on the shoulder.
Huh? What?
When he turned around, I tossed an ice cube into his mouth.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, I thought this would be the fastest way to cool down your mouth.
It's not like it burned me. Totally fine. Not lying. I'm fine.
To think hot tea would disable him so badly, he must really dislike hot food and drink. Oh, by the way, I've heard that placing sugar on your tongue helps relieve the pain. Sometimes putting sugar, like a spoonful of sugar underneath your tongue, can stop hiccups. But you have to let it slowly dissolve. It's supposed to be like the time frame it does that. It's supposed to kind of calm you down. And then it's supposed to help. My mom said she heard it from a nurse, and it's actually helped me, so. Also, I saw on TV that honey works as well.
I didn't know that.
Honey is supposed to be good for mouth ulcers and cuts.
Oh, I'm learning a lot. I think we have both of those in the kitchen somewhere.
Should I bring them over for you?
Yeah. No, mouth's not burnt. I told you.
He was obviously lying, but it looked like I had no choice but to play along. Fine, but I reached over and dropped an ice cube into his cup of tea. Why don't we both just enjoy our tea a little cooler today? Enomoto looked at the melting ice cube and then at me. Then he nodded. Sitting next to him, I let my tea cool down and took a sip. This is like where I was when my computer was like, restarting now, bye! It's delicious. You must have spent some time brewing it.
Why do you suddenly care? Oh wait, not yet. It's a little bit further. But anyway, I'm fine on my own.
Maybe the ice cube in his mouth had melted because Enomoto was grumbling to himself again and drinking his tea. For a while we sat there side by side drinking our tea. We didn't talk, but it felt less awkward than it had at first. Once I finished my tea. Thank you for the tea. Did we manage to finally break the ice? No pun intended. Maybe now we can talk about work.
So like, yes? I still can't trust you.
Huh? I was just getting excited to talk about the case, and now that had been wiped away.
Oh, but, I don't think you're a bad person at the core. I mean, you brought me ice earlier.
We've only just met, and we met under really weird circumstances, so I know that you won't be able to trust me right away. But it's my life on the line. I seriously want to solve the X-Day cases. Your help would be indispensable to help me achieve my goal.
Really?
Huh?
Do you really think that my help is necessary for you to solve the cases?
What do you mean?
Even you can see it. Out of all the guys here, I'm the worst at using my head. I don't have Yanagi's calmness or decisiveness, Takeru's instincts and intelligence, or Shiraishi's power of analysis. What makes you think that working with someone like me is going to get you anywhere closer to solving the X-Day crimes? This is where I was.
Enomoto stared at me, so I examined my own feelings on the matter. And I said the first thing that came to mind. In that case, I'm the same. I don't have experience like the rest of you. As Sasazuka says, I'm not all that smart. But I don't think brains are the only way that these cases can be solved.
What do you need then?
It might sound like idealistic nonsense to you, but I think that the will to solve this, no matter what, might be the most important quality of it. I decided to take the April and May incidents. I just thought that it would be most natural for us to work together, since you're on them. Besides, you're a former field ops officer. You must have talent to get there at your age. If it wasn't talent, then effort. Even I know that much. I argued earnestly, while Enomoto quietly watched. Maybe I had gone too far, but I couldn't stay silent. If I was going to work with Enomoto, then I wanted to learn more about him. But it felt like he didn't want to acknowledge his own value.
I see. Okay.
Do you understand now?
Yeah, I understand that you're a pretty reckless individual.
What? How is that the thing that he took from the speech I gave?
Anyway, I can't stand the way that these Adonis culprits do things.
I feel the same way.
So, if you're even a tiny bit tied to them, I think we have to work with you. And I don't trust you.
But I'm not.
If you really had nothing to do with them, then they wouldn't have chosen you.
I'm going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm getting frustrated because for some reason I paused it, but I didn't unpause it. So yeah, I'm going to have to do some cutting in this. But I hope you are enjoying, even though this one's a little hectic of an episode. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!